Okay, we're on. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Late Night Dominion. I think we're at episode 35. Okay, we're getting there. Closer and closer to 50. One of these days. Maybe. I don't know. I hope. Anyways, I'm your host, Aegon. Joining me today is someone you probably haven't seen in a while. Good old bearded gamer Beetle. Say hello, Beetle. It's been a while.
Hello,
and,
Beetle.
In the background there, showing off some videos, is your lovely Viking friend, Mr. Blankspace. And what he called muscle-bound, apparently. And missing tonight, unfortunately, our in-house mime Nixus is not with us this evening. I think he's still stuck moving. All right. Canada. All right, so we'll get things started with the news. Why don't you take it away, Beetle?
Yeah, so welcome, episode 35. Halfway to 50, right? That's how math works. I haven't been around for a little bit, working hard, sick. We're kind of injured tonight. We got Blank with his back issues. Aegon's ain't nobody got time for that bronchitis, and I'm just sick. But yeah, glad to be back. I hope some people still like me. Maybe not. We'll see. But we're gonna get into the news. This week we had the cancellation of the Frost versus Pappy Big Battle stream last week, and it has been rescheduled for the 18th this week, I believe. So that'll be this weekend. So be sure to tune into that Twitch channel for that. I believe it's gonna be on their official Twitch stream. Jesus, my roommate is just yelling at Dota right now. Sorry if you can hear him, he's just going ham, apparently. So then there was a big beta patch, and we don't have the actual notes for it yet. Maybe we'll see some stuff, but we've heard, minor inklings about it. But then that also led into Frost's Q&A that we had this week, and there's a lot of the same stuff in that Q&A, but there was also some cool stuff. He kind of talked about crafting. Some people got him to try to talk, but he deflected very well. But then we've got, lastly here from me, we've got these great soldier and settler overviews done by Hidden Arena. And I can pop these in chat for people here real quick, so I don't think we have anybody actually.
I got him. I'm working on it. I am.
Question mark?
Yep, I am.
Oh, so Hidden Arena did these overviews of the settler and soldier, and they're actually really awesome. It's it's not a whole huge block of text. There's some pictures and stuff, which is good for me because I can't read. And so it's really well done. It's really an arena site that I personally have never been to before, so continuous bit of the news there.
Further on the news today, in the last couple of weeks, good old Mr. Gaffney came out talking about the NDA and the future of it. This NDA lift recently for the press has taught them a lot of things and the way they're going to handle Twitch streamers and streaming in general, as well as gotten them a lot more input from people watching the game and seeing it play a lot by some of the really good streamers out here like Blank. So check that out, see what he's had to say. They still are working on actual timing plans for further reveals as well as an eventual non-press NDA drop. So we'll see when that happens down the road. Next up, another article from Massively. You get a lot from them. There's another one about sexuality or the sexism in Wildstar. I know Blank has a few points to make on this, so why don't you have at it, Blank?
Well, if you guys aren't aware, I enjoy critiques and articles that seem to be pretty fair. But there's been a whole lot of people that are, all up in arms about how big the boobs are, how big the tits are, how big the pecs are, how big the arms are, and, things being sexualized and cultures and things like that. Normally, I like a spirited debate, but I thought that this one was pretty, it was really nitpicking That's what I felt like it really was. And a lot of the stuff, if I remember, because I am a little loopy right now, I remember them saying something about how they were sexist without meaning to be, or something like that, as if that that actually mattered. And then I guess towards the end of the article, they were like, there might be some technical limitations. Well, it's funny because we're going to talk about what actually happened. I think a little later, a little farther down, right? What changed, or is that we're talking about it right here?
Yeah, we can just talk about it. But that was my speculation is
they nerfed the boobies. I don't know if you guys are aware, but they nerfed the titties in the game. They said certain boobies needed an adjustment, and I'm still waiting for somebody like one of these YouTubers to go in depth and like, here's what the titties used to look like, and here's what the titties look like now. But they the boobies got a nerf. So I don't know. I don't want to say it's directly related because I know that sort of stuff takes a lot of time. But I
sounds like a Zyback comparison.
Yeah, like I don't really understand. So go ahead, Beetle. What were you gonna say about this?
I was gonna take the practical approach here. I mean, there's so many things that could get me in trouble right now, but I'm gonna take the high road and say they were nerfed due to clipping issues with the armor models. Alright, nerds, Let's get it together here. They just had some clipping issues. Late game armors just weren't working correctly in the chest region, so we had to bring them down. I mean, we could just go, what is it, the sex appeal slider like Saints Row, where you have the bulge and you have the boobs and you just slide it. I mean, then everybody's happy. We could just put a slider in if you want. But I'm thinking practical, and I'm thinking there's just some tech issue. But
I have another question for you, Beetle.
I mean, it's on the Exile side anyway. Like, I care.
I have another question for you, Beetle, to go along with that. How difficult, because that article was really centered on having sliders from an art and from your perspective, somebody who does that sort of stuff. How difficult is that? Like to have a slider for all those sort of things? Is it easier just to have art, props or whatever it is that are just static, that are just there, and you can change like the types? Is it a tech issue?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. It's definitely easier for it to be static. It's like with so many face customization options. That's why some games like Guild Wars 2 and Beta had one where if you put a mask on as a bearded Norn, your beard clipped through. It's just easier for them with static customizations like hair and facial things. That when you put on a helmet, as soon as that helmet goes on, it actually clears all the customization off your character's face. Like, I bet if you equipped and unequipped a helmet fast enough, you'd see a blank face most of the time. Or a blank space. It's just easier for them just to clear that, and with the static boobs, I have to say it. And note, if they don't do a slider, that means they don't have to skin this armor. None of the armor needs to be skinned to be at different. Even the hands have to be at different sizes for the armor and the textures. You don't want things to be stretching.
Right.
All of this just sounds so suggestive, and I blame it. Blank space.
What? I don't know. To stay on point. Oh, go ahead.
For me, I mean, I don't even know why people keep bringing this stuff up for just about every game that's get released. I mean, if you're worried so much about how the character looks versus playing a game and having fun, what are you really getting out of the game? I mean, I don't care how proportional people are, or someone's boobs are too big, or someone's chest is the size of a fucking barrel. If I'm having fun in the game, I really don't give a shit.
Yeah,
that's just what I think too.
Well, not that they ever come watch the podcast or the vodcast, but just by the way, so many more cool things or potential things to discuss that are actually worthwhile than tits and asses. That's just how I feel about that. Like,
Yeah,
that,
definitely.
that this was an article. Like this was something we had to have a discussion about. Like, oh, them titties, shit, son. Like, really?
That's just an article. This is the second article that's been put out about this.
Hey, I will always say, I was in a panel meeting with the three of the lead artists on Guild Wars 2, and two of them were female. And when asked about why so many armors in Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2, that they were all just bikini skirts and all that stuff, the girls, they're like, were the guys making you guys do that? And they go, no, we thought it was badass. Sorry that nobody liked it. So I'll always go back to that. They always think the men make it do it, but both of them were just like, no, we thought that looked rad ass. You know, it's just awesome. But
Yeah.
we always get to blame us guys.
Well,
All right, so that's enough about boobies and ass.
never enough. Just by the way, that.
Well, never enough. Okay, enough about it for now. Moving on. For those of you with a community experience, want to get those resumes brushed up because Carbine is looking for a new community manager. Can you fill Troy's shoes? Are you that good? That's a hard shoes to fill. And you could what else you got, Beetle?
Well, Blank, you got something about the community manager position or no?
I was just gonna say, there's gonna be lots of people that apply for that. Good luck to everybody that does. I know that you're gonna be working probably alongside of David Bass. So I hope you have the experience. I hope you got a great resume. It'd be kind of cool to see somebody potentially from the community. I kind of highly doubt it. It's not really how those things sort of work. But yeah. It's kind of cool to see that. But now, on another side note, it is kind of funny because we've, the community team, we noticed back in December, and even, Scooter said he's been, like, sick. We've seen it on his Twitter. And now they're looking for someone to fill a new spot. Kind of makes sense why we see somebody like Anlath tweeting all the time because poor, Scooter's busy as hell. So let's hope we get him some good reinforcements in there shortly. And good luck to all those who apply.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I would love to apply for it, but I can't see myself moving right now. And I've seen in the past. I mean, I'll go back to Guild Wars. Ruby, she was hired out of their community on
Oh yeah, that's right.
She was hired into community, so it's definitely possible. But yeah, that's good luck to whoever does it. I wish I could do it. I kind of already touched on this next thing already. More of the Q&A stuff from Frost. Was there anything that really jumped out at you guys during that? Because a lot of it was asking about beta keys, and a lot of it I already knew and was general knowledge. They are still working for that spring 2014, they've said.
Yeah, a lot of it was reiteration of stuff they've already talked about, and a lot of begging for keys, it seemed.
There was one about mount differences. I've got the quote: certain mounts will have different abilities. Hoverboards can go on water and double jump. Mortis purple dinosaur mount runs fast but can't double jump or go on water. And there will be no underwater mounts available at launch, which means flying mounts will be, obviously, if he didn't specifically say that.
I will tell you that dinosaur mount is fast as fuck. Dude, it is so fast. Can't double jump, but that thing is super fast. It's wicked awesome. So, like, I picked that up the other day and was riding around on it.
Velociraptor.
It's so fast.
Alright, Aegon, you want to touch on those there?
Alright, and next up we had a little commentary post from a CT Murphy over at Murph vs. Internet, little blog, talking about how 40-man raiding is not necessarily a bad thing. It's a little interesting article to talk about that talks about, the balancing between the newer 25-man content and the 40-man content that we used to see, and how it's not a bad thing to have very specific content and world bosses and large Zerg type encounters. Give it it's a very quick read. Just look it over. And but two more for you right now. another housing impression video. Not quite as hilarious as Nixus's videos, but it's a good video on MMORPG's first impression on the housing system. And then WildstarCore, a couple of their guys over there, unfortunately I'm touting Exiles here, but they went through the Exile starting zone and made a very hilarious commentary walkthrough of the Exile starter zone. It was pretty hilarious. What do you got to say about that, Blank?
Listen, was lucky, was able to actually hang out with these guys, and they're a riot. And to give you a little background, basically, it's an MMO veteran, and then it's a guy who's never, ever, ever played MMOs before, and they run around and they play WildStar. It's wicked funny. So you should definitely go check it out. And both of the guys are pretty cool. They're part of the WildstarCore network. So I'm trying to find a better link than the one I just put in there. So I got a better one. Here we go. Go ahead.
All right. But back over to Blank. He had some stuff he wanted to get out there.
Oh yeah.
About and pontificate on.
Last couple things, folks.
Pontificate.
Was a big word. There was the Reddit post from Scooter that talked about future stuff to reveal, and actually, I think he might have said customizations, character, gear, housing, and redacted. Customization redacted is no longer redacted, as I am part of the 1 to 15 press and can tell you that it's mount. Your mount can be customized. It's pretty flippin' cool, and on my stream I'm still working out how to get all the different little things that you can get. They still have plans for them to fully reveal adventures, battlegrounds, arenas, raids, war plots, trade skills, and guilds. So we wanted to throw that out there. Still expect, content and stuff to be coming out of Carbine. I was actually really excited and sent a tweet out earlier that the trade skills were just amazing. They gave the crafting UI a nice little pass, and it's wicked sexy. So, did you have something you want to mention about guilds, Beetle?
Yeah, the fact that he mentioned that in his list made me happy, because usually that's, in most games, most MMOs, it's just a few features. It's not a feature-heavy feature, damn it. But the fact that he says something like that leads me to believe that it could be, full of, awesome stuff. These customizations, this is what you're going to get. There's going to be this type of housing, maybe. The fact that you can bullet point that leads me to believe that it may have more content than I would have been expecting.
Yeah.
I'd love some awesome guild customization.
I keep asking.
Right.
I know it's not going to be a thing, maybe in the future, but some sort of guild housing thingy to make that a thing is still in my dreams. I still keep hoping that come to this open guild hall, not like a even a different neighborhood or something. Hey, this is where
we had the best idea in show number 15, or I think it's the best idea, but a ship above the planet.
Yeah,
it's just instance housing, just like the plots.
Pretty baller. Please.
That would be pretty awesome.
My birthday's in February. Just make this happen. That'd be awesome. So.
Mine too. I didn't know that.
Double down birthdays.
Weird.
Here at Late Night Dominion, we'd like to see a ship instance for guild housing. You guys can make it happen. Just pretend like it's an adventure. Same art outside and just housing stuff inside. Boom. Done. You already got the resources.
Don't even make it an instance. Make it a combination of a guild house / a battleground, and you can fight other guild ships in the air.
You promote people in the guild to allow them to place things just like a neighbor or a roommate. It's just boom.
You cannon straight fronts of Exile, ships and.
Right.
Expansion.
Well, right, expansion. Well, guys, this looks like what we have for this week. We were gonna have an exclusive this week, We were supposed to show you some stuff on screen. That was actually going to be some gameplay, but as you can see, it's not. It's YouTube because the servers aren't being nice to me right now. Next week, we have an exclusive. We're going to be going over add-ons with one of the awesome add-on creators that's community-based in Wildstar. So next week, you guys can look forward to that. I'm going to sit down and talk about everything about, what it's like to be somebody who creates something, and expect nothing from it, and to the languages, to everything add-ons. We're going to hit this guy up, and we're going to break it down, what it's like to be a part of the add-on creation as part of the Carbine Wildstar community. That being said, pretty sure we don't have anything else. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to follow this Twitch channel. Check us out on Twitter, and like us on Facebook. With that, I got nothing else really to say, folks. You guys want to say goodnight to the stream? Thank you for tuning in.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Be sure to follow us all on Twitter. So we know when we go live and all that fun stuff. And we will see you next week. Yeah. Hopefully, all 4 of us will be back next week. Hopefully, we shall see. So you guys,
knocking on that wood.
Dead, or his beard eats him alive. One of the, whatever comes first.
Well, if Blank can start outgrowing my beard, we'll see.
I grew your beard and beat your beard and shaved it off all in like 3 months.
I just shaved mine. You never. Let's go back to early episodes. There was never a point where his was bigger than mine.
My beard was so full and luscious. It was amazing. And like your beard sent my beard a message and was like, "Can you please shave yourself? You're embarrassing me." And I said, "Listen, it's Christmas. I got you." So for Christmas, I shaved my beard. For your beard, you owe me.
I guess. Dim's calling BS, see?
Dim's calling BS, too.
We're not quite sure what you're talking about. But anyways, thank you, folks. Have a great night. And now we have to sit here for like 20 seconds while the stream catches up. So, you can dance.
All right, take it easy, folks.
Good night, everyone.